Hi, DVC fan. Amy here, and Paul is driving. We just left our house a little bit ago, and we are heading to Port Canaveral for our first DVC cruise. And we are just really excited. We've never done a DVC cruise before. We've heard great things about it. And we're going to just take you along basically and showcase as much of the cruise as we can, just so if you go on a future DVC cruise, you know exactly, what kind of things to expect. I think that we have some expectations, but I don't know. Paul is driving. I don't know what to expect really, do you?
No, I mean, there's going to be special member events that are on board. We know that some of the Broadway stars are actually going to be there. They're pretty regulars when it comes to the entertainment that's on board for the member cruise. There'll be other special events throughout the day, throughout the evening hours, but a lot of it is unknown as you get on the ship. One of the biggest things that people always see and hear about when it comes to member cruises is all of the free swag and all of the DVC member cruise stuff that you will get to take home with you. And so we've packed an extra bag because that's the recommendation for what we do with that. But my expectations are just to get on the Disney Wish and have a great time.
Yeah, I'm really excited. It is just a 4-night cruise from Port Canaveral, round trip. It goes so today is Embarkation Day, and tomorrow, Tuesday, is going to be Nassau. We don't typically get off the boat in Nassau anymore. We have before. We kind of treat that as a day to enjoy the ship. And since it's a DVC cruise, there's probably going to be a lot of other things going on that day. And the next day, Wednesday, is going to be Castaway Cay, which we really love. Castaway Key, I never know how to say it right. We are planning to do the Castaway 5K. So that'll be something that we've not done before that we're excited just to try. And then the last day is a sea day, and then we'll disembark. So we're excited to take you along. We're on the turnpike right now, and just something about driving in Florida, it is construction central. I feel like they've been working on this road forever. We're like an hour and a half to 2 hours from the port, just depending on the traffic and stuff like that. But if you are driving, just always, right now it doesn't look so bad because we're on the turnpike. We're not on I-4 yet, but always plan for possible traffic. Just to give you an idea of the pricing for a DVC cruise, they do tend to be typically more costly than a regular Disney cruise, and Disney cruises aren't cheap to begin with, which is why we've kind of avoided the DVC cruises for a little while. But we thought this one was a little bit more reasonable, probably because it was a shorter length cruise. But just to give you an idea, you can pay with points or you can pay with cash, and I believe, Paul, you can pay with a combination of points and cash, right?
You can, yes. At least one member, I believe, entirely had to be paid with points if you were going that route, though.
Okay, so we went the cash route. We actually wouldn't have enough qualifying points. They would have to be direct or points that were grandfathered in before they changed that rule. So we paid all cash for ours. As long as you are a qualifying member, a direct member with that DVCY, you're eligible to book the cruise cash or points. It is a better value to actually use cash. So just to give you some ideas, a standard inside stateroom was $1,421 a person, or 167 points per person. We just have a basic veranda room. I'm not sure of the exact category. I want to say we paid $1,711 a person, and the point cost on that would have been 201 points per person. So the cash is a little bit of a better value depending on how you value your points. And this cruise sold out the day that it went on sale. But and the other thing is that they didn't really announce that there were any openings available. So our friends Phil and Pauleen Murphy are joining us, and we're so excited to have them. So you'll see them in a lot of our videos this week. But they were not originally booked until, like a few months ago. So if you just keep checking back, once it sells out and you call member services, and you keep checking, you might find openings because there's definitely been some cancellations. We originally were under the impression that this was going to be so you have to pay it in full when you book it. Basically, we booked it and then they called us back like the next day to take our full payment. And we thought that it was a no refund situation, but that's not actually true. You were able to cancel for a refund up until like June. There was a date in June. And so there have been cancellations and there have been people that have been able to snag those rooms. If you look online, it always said it was sold out, but you had to call and just check. So Pauline and Phil, what they did was we actually were in a group where someone let us know that they were dropping a reservation, they were canceling, and they were able to get a room. It was a ocean view just with a porthole window, which they didn't really want, but they wanted to be on the cruise, so they booked it. And then they were able to call back when we found out that there was more rooms available, and they were able to get a veranda. So if you ever want to go on a DVC cruise and you miss the initial booking or sells out, definitely keep checking back because it's always possible that you can get on it. We are getting very close. We can see the ship off in the distance there. If we didn't say this before, the DVC cruise is on the new Disney Wish, or the newer, I guess, Disney Wish. That's why it's a Bahamas cruise, because the Disney Wish does the 3 and 4 night Bahamas cruise, but it's kind of peeking out over there. We'll get a little closer soon, but excited to see it. The water is very beautiful today. Looks like a great day to get on a cruise. I love how when you do the drive to Port Canaveral and you pull around, you get a front row seat of the ship right before going into the parking area.
We have arrived and parked, and I'm done driving for 2 hours, which is awesome. I'm done driving for the week. A couple things if you are driving to Port Canaveral. So when you get here, you're actually going to pull up alongside one of these spots here and get your luggage taken. They'll load it onto the ship for you, and it'll magically appear at your stateroom. You'll then follow essentially where this red car is going and get in line to get into the parking garage if you are parking here. Parking for this 4-night cruise was a little over $90. So keep that in mind if you are kind of planning ahead for your expenses. That is one that you should take into account. We made it through security and are now in the main cruise terminal and are waiting for our boarding group to be called. We are number 13. It looks like they're through number 9. A couple other things about this sailing. It is one of the final 25th anniversary sailings here. So they've got special decor all over the cruise terminal and special drinks, special kind of memorabilia and things like that throughout the sailing. So we'll definitely check some of that out since it is one of the final 25th anniversary at sea sailings. Additionally, all around the terminal, they've got DVC Member Cruise logo stuff like window clings, other signs and things like that. So all kinds of fun stuff just to commemorate both the 25th anniversary, but also the fact that this is a DVC Member Cruise.
I don't know what name to tell them. Pauleen?
Kriegers.
Krieger? Family name? Krieger. Krieger. Please welcome home the Krieger family.
One of your fairy tale players and keepers of once upon a time here in the Grand Hall. Oh, look up there. You see our wishing star? Well, it's powered by the wands you all hold in your hands. So raise them up. Now, when all these hands and all these hearts come together to make our very first wish, that's when the enchantment truly begins. So on the count of 3, wish for enchantment, wish for adventure, and call out together. Wishes do come true. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Wishes do come true! Yes, look at that! It's working like a charm! Ooh, or should I say, like a wish? Oh, maybe even a Disney wish? Oh,
We're on the ship!
Yay!
And we found Phil and Pauleen!
Yay!
Wow, we did that all at the same time, and it was corny as anything, but that was
We're ready
perfect.
to be corny on the show.
We've kind of gotten lost about 3 times now already, but we are headed up to deck 11 to the Marceline Market to get some food because we are all very, very hungry. But so far, an amazing time on the Member Cruise. All kinds of cute decorations and things like that as well. They've got like fun things that are themed to the 25th, but also themed to the Member Cruise. So we're excited.
Yeah, Alex.
We're on a ship, the big boat. This will quickly become a theme throughout the sailing here, but I've already lost Amy once, so we're somewhere in Marceline Market, but it's pretty crazy here. Up until the time in which the staterooms are ready, people just kind of congregate and hang out here for a long period of time, so if you don't get here early, it's gonna be a little bit insane, but let's go see if we can find her.
We came into Marceline Market, and this place is really crazy on Embarkation Day. I actually don't recommend coming in until closer to 2 when the rooms are ready, or unless you're really on the ship early, doing it first thing. Otherwise, we came around like 1:30 and there was nowhere to sit, so we had to wait a little while, and it's just very hectic in here on Embarkation Day. The quick service areas are also open, and that food is always really good, but we did find a seat, so we're going to grab some food here at the buffet.
Right when we got on board the ship, we were handed a nice little lanyard with a booklet that has all of the special member events that are going to be on board throughout this week's cruise. A couple notable ones. We actually saw in line Jodie Benson. So there's a Disney Princesses concert one night, which I assume she will definitely be a part of. There's also a special interview that's marked in here. There's basically 2 or 3 different presentations each day that are special in some regard, which is one of the big draws to the member cruises. They've got the Milestone Treasures of the Walt Disney World Archives exhibit that's on board throughout, so that's going to be definitely a must-do for us, just to see what kind of cool things from the archives they drug out for the sailing. One thing that I noticed when we actually came into Marceline Market is they have the Member Central at Marceline Market, which is blocking off a portion of this room, which is probably why it's a little bit harder to get a seat here at the moment. But basically, this is a spot that throughout the cruise, it's open during certain times. You can speak with member services if you have questions for them. They can talk to you about exchange options through Interval International. They can also meet up with a Disney Vacation Club guide and talk about purchasing points or adding on points. And then they're also going to have special meet and greet opportunities with various Disney Vacation Club executives and other people that are on the ship specifically for this member cruise. So it's pretty cool that they've custom branded that whole area just specific to the DVC member. I found Phil, and that's all that really matters in life. The women are off getting food or doing something. I have no idea what, but expect a lot of Paul and Phil time during the cruise, specifically when it comes to like a special drink of the day, or maybe searching down the latest and greatest blood orange margarita. So you never know what could happen.
I just sat down, and Paul and Phil went to go get some food, but I got a piece of the roast beef, which looks really good. I think it's pretty fresh too because it just came out. There was some grilled shrimp. I got some focaccia, and then I got this little charcuterie plate, which is really cool. There's a lot of options, but it is a little bit hectic here, so it's a little hard to kind of decide what you want to get. But they have 2 sides, and it's kind of the same on both sides, whichever way you go.
Whenever I am in a buffet line and people ask me if I want something, I just keep saying yes, and so I end up with a little bit of everything. But crab claws and shrimp are a must when it comes to a Disney cruise, and then I've also got some lamb, charcuterie, some beef, I don't know what else, but I'm going to eat it. We have finally made it to our stateroom. It's about 3 o'clock on Embarkation Day. So we have what I would categorize as just a deluxe ocean view stateroom. So basically a standard ocean view veranda stateroom. And it is a little bit smaller than the last cruise that we were on, but overall just plenty of space for a 4-night sailing like this. So I'll take you around the room a little bit, show you around, and yeah, share it with you. This is stateroom number 9534 on the Disney Wish, and there is the lovely DVC member welcome home ears that is on everyone's door. When you actually first get to your stateroom, if you've never done to a Disney cruise before, there'll be a little envelope here above your little bird, and this is where your keys will be in a nice little envelope. So let's go in and take a look around. Oh, we found an Amy. What do you think of the room?
I like it. So we had a larger room last time we were on the Wish. It had like an extra space where another bed came and folded down. So this room is a little smaller, but it's all that we really need. I love the artwork, and they kind of have different, it's kind of random throughout the ship that there's different princesses that are highlighted.
What did we have last cruise?
We had Tiana last time too. Even though it was a different room category, but our friends that were with us had Tangled, and someone else had like a Sleeping Beauty, and so they have the artwork above the bed, and then they also highlight that princess over here above the couch. Over here on the right is the storage area. So basically it's got a couple different sections. Over here is where you can hang stuff. You've got your life vest. I love that on the Wish you do get robes, which is not on all Disney ships. So that's a really nice touch. And then these things kind of open a little differently. There's some shelving on this side. Your safe is over here. You'll also find the laundry bags if you need to set out some clothes for dry clean or okay. And then just another hanging spot over here. One of the great things about Disney Cruise Line is the split bathroom concept. So instead of everything being in one spot with a toilet and a shower and a sink, you actually get two separate little bathroom areas. So we've got the one here that is just our toilet and our sink. And then you have a separate area right here that's gonna have the bathtub. And the other thing about Disney Cruise Line is you get a bathtub in pretty much all the room categories, which is really great if you have kids that need to take a bath or Amy's that like taking baths.
We believe the bed in this category of room is a queen size bed. On the one side of the bed over there, you've got a European outlet and two USB plugs along with some storage. And then on this side, actually a whole lot more. You've got two regular plugs, two USBs, and a USB-C along with the storage as well. So plenty of charging capabilities. They apparently knew I was going to bring my camera and all my kind of fun stuff. I absolutely have always loved these little throw blankets that are on the bottoms of the beds on a Disney cruise. I believe that they do not sell them, but if you take one, I feel like someone told us at one point in time you'll be charged like $200 to $300.
Yeah, it's a couple $100, so don't take it.
Yeah, so don't take it.
I wish they sold
but
them.
They should definitely sell them. They're just a wonderful blanket that would just be a nice accent around a house like ours, or like many of yours probably, that has all kinds of Disney stuff.
Got the vanity area, and there's a little stool there you can sit and get ready, and these are kind of your switches to turn different things on.
Kind of switches.
they're switches. We've got some just drawers. There's a hair dryer. I always bring my own though. I don't find cruise line blow dryers to be the greatest, but you know, just some storage space. This one looks like it's gonna be nice and deep. Oh, this is the fridge. I didn't even know that. So in here it's like a little beverage cooler, I guess I would say. It's not very cold though.
Yeah, similar to probably what is at the new Grand Floridian.
Yeah, I would say drinks only probably because it didn't feel very cold. We do have some swag. We're gonna open up that soon. We've got whatever this is here and these giant bags. I guess they're coolers. So we're gonna check that out since you do get free things on the DVC cruise. So we're excited about that. That's just different for us. You know, we've been on a couple cruises, but never a DVC cruise. So very excited. And then the last thing I wanted to say is that we've got the couch. It does fold down into a bed, I believe, if you pull this here, and then a little tiny coffee table. And then behind Paul is what I think is the best spot, the balcony. And this is actually a great space. Let's go out here and check it out. Well, if I can figure out how to open it, let's see. All right. It's like a puzzle. We're overlooking Port Canaveral here, and we're always on this side of the boat, I feel like. But I do like this side because this is the side where you can see Castaway when you pull in. But the balconies on this ship are fantastic. The seating is great. This is definitely a great size veranda. Love it.
So as Amy mentioned a couple minutes ago, the member cruise, one of the big draws to all member cruises is all of the swag that you're going to get to take home. So always pack extra bags. Apparently they decided to do part of that for us this time and give us kind of bags to put at least some of it in. But I have the cheat sheet, which was on our bed here, that has all of the specialty stuff on it, which is not in focus at the moment. But I'm going to use it to guide Amy through unpacking our first night of free gifts on, well, free quotation mark, free gifts on the member cruise.
I will say that if you know, we drove here, so for us, we can just throw these bags in our car. But you definitely want to keep that in mind if you are flying, right? You maybe need a whole nother large suitcase because these are both full. Like this is heavy. All right, so I believe this is a Kohler, Paul, right?
Categorized as a member cruise beach bag.
Okay, and it does say Disney Vacation Club Member Cruise on it, which is very cool. And so you must get one. I thought it was going to be one per stateroom, but you get one per person. If you had 4 people, you'd come home with a lot of stuff. Okay, I'm going to open it up. It's very thick. It's a very nice bag. It's very large, and it would be really great for the beach. Is that kind of material that we just kind of like sand could wipe right off of it. And oh my goodness, there's so much stuff in here. Okay. All right, so there's the insider, and this is just all kinds of stuff about the cruise, I believe.
Correct. So this is a commemorative copy of the Member Cruise Insider magazine. Your inside look at our voyages made for members' entertainment, and you'll find inside this bag even more treasures.
All right, now we have a pretty big book. 100 Disney Adventures of a Lifetime, magical experiences from around the world. And it is special edition for the member cruise. It actually has it down here in the corner. This is very cool. I'm not 100% sure what it is. Maybe Paul can give you some more. Oh my gosh, look at the first page that I opened to. Hoop-de-doo.
Hoop-de-doo.
We were just talking about hoop-de-doo at lunch.
Phil and Pauline just did their first ever hoop-de-doo, and they had an absolute blast, and we go as many opportunities as we can. So, yeah, I'm glad they had fun, and that's like coincidental that you opened to that page. This is actually an author-signed copy, special edition of the National Geographic Coffee Table book 100 Disney Adventures of a Lifetime by Marcy Carricker Smothers, with a custom book jacket and special gatefold highlighting the book's numerous Disney Vacation Club experiences. So something to note, and just reading over this, essentially it looks like they've kind of pre-done most of the gifts. Basically front-loaded them to the first night of the cruise in reading through this. Okay. And one of the reasons they've done that is that they note on here, they note that packing all of the gifts we give you can be a challenge at the end of any member cruise. And as this year's packing day Thursday happens to be our busiest day of onboard entertainment, we didn't want you to be stuck in your stateroom struggling to solve the packing puzzle. So we've done some of the packing for you.
And so they packed it all up in these.
So they've packed it all up in this bag. Okay. I imagine there will still be other special things that'll come, you know, and other surprises in store throughout the week, but they did a lot of it in advance.
Okay. Next we have a hat with Goofy on it. And on the side it says DVC Disney Vacation Club Member Cruise. There's a Goofy I don't even know. What do you say? This is a new emo?
There you go. I think you pretty much hit it there.
And look, it says Member Cruise on his little
Oh, he's got like a custom Member Cruise jacket. Oh, that's amazing.
That's cute. Paul, you can probably speak more to this because you were just talking about it in the hallway with somebody. We've met so many nice people already, and we talked to a really nice couple. But tell us about this game.
Yeah, so the Disney Lorcana trading games is actually something new that just came out. We'll try to get it into focus. There we go. Hello. So these card sets are actually pretty rare to find right now. I know that they just went on sale on, I believe, Shop Disney. As of the time this video goes out, they will definitely be on sale. They're actually available around Walt Disney World and a couple places as well, but very hard to come by. So leading up to the sailing, we heard that the creator of the card game was actually at Coronado Springs, and some people in the Member Cruise group on Facebook was talking about how the creator actually had a meetup. And
is his name Ryan Miller?
I believe so.
Bring your cards and play along with Ultimate Insider game developer Ryan Miller. And they've got a time every single day on Embarkation Day from 8 to 9. In the Member Central on Tuesday from 4 to 6, Wednesday 9 to 3, so in Thursday. So
yeah, and so we were actually just talking with a couple as we were coming into our stateroom and talking about the card set and everything, and we were wondering, since he was at Coronado, whether or not he'd be on the sailing. So that kind of answers the question.
Okay, this might be my favorite thing so far. I've been wanting one of these, but I've been too cheap to buy one in the parks. It is a corksicle. And so Goofy is the theme of the Member Cruise, it seems like, because he's on a lot of the stuff this year. And look how cool this is. It's a corksicle, and it's kind of like a wine glass. It's insulated, and these are very nice. These are usually very expensive, so that's a really nice gift.
Perfect.
Okay, and there's another bag in here. I have no idea. It's just a mesh bag.
That must be the beach bag, as is described on the lovely cheat sheet that I have.
Okay, so this is the beach bag, and this is a cooler.
That is the duffel bag with hidden compartment containing aforementioned beach bag.
Okay, got it. Okay, and then I don't think there's anything in the random pockets, but this feels like there's something down here. So there's a pocket, or there's a zipper down here.
I feel like you're going to like that the most.
Oh, you know what's in here? Is it a blanket? No. I love blankets, if that's what it is.
Not exactly, but you're close.
Okay, so yes, it says blanket the beach. Because there are better ways to remember a day at the beach than returning home with sand in your stuff, Disney Vacation Club is pleased to present this commemorative 6x6 foot beach blanket emblazoned with the goofiest Member Cruise logo. Custom designed with corner pockets that you can fill with sand to resist the wind, as well as grommets you can anchor with landscaping stakes available at your favorite garden center. So it's a beach blanket.
Yep.
That's meant for, that's cool.
Let's open it up.
It's meant to be there for sand, like you can fill it with sand to weigh it down or anchor it in. So let's see. This is going to be kind of big. Can you see it?
We can see it.
Very cool. Oh, it's huge, isn't it?
It is.
Wow, and now we have two of them. Okay, and then there's some stuff over here too. So let me just fold this up real quick.
And these, that I think does it for all of the exclusive DVC Member Cruise stuff that was in our stateroom to start things off. Over here, this is actually, since we are Silver Castaway Club members, these are our lanyards and our Silver Castaway Club gift for being silver status. So.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I see.
Yep.
Very nice. That's very pretty. For the sail away party. It's really hot up here though. Even though I live in Florida, I'm roasting. But I think they're gonna announce
who's on the ship. So like celebrity type people. We saw Jodie Benson getting on when we were in the security line, and we saw the guy who plays the genie in the Broadway Aladdin. We saw him just past security, but we're gonna find out, I think, a little bit more of who to expect on the ship. And just to sail away party, I love watching the ship sail away. I love the horn when it plays the song. That's my favorite, so I'm excited.
Speed ahead right into the unknown. I know the magic is sparkling on the waves. There's so much for us.
We're really happy to be here. So, you asked me what I was looking forward to. Well, first, I'm really looking forward to all the great entertainment and talent that we've been so busy pulling together for this. There's going to be more on this cruise than you can possibly do. So, we're really excited about that. But I think if I had to say the main thing I'm excited about is getting to spend this week with all of our members. We thank you for being here, and just can't wait to spend a lot of time with you this week. So thank you.
So many smiling faces, and I see some of you have your wishing wands. Together, we can make even the biggest wishes come true. Like setting sail. Let's see what our magic can do. Wands up, repeat after me. Wishes do come true. Ready? Wishes do come true. Oh yeah. Come on. It's time to sail away. It's time to celebrate.
Hello.
Put your hands up, magic all around, and I can't get enough. Yeah, I can feel the love, yeah. And they're just waiting for us on the sea. I can't wait to find love for you with the family.
That's right. Here on board, your family and friends become our family. So come on and join our family time.
Welcome to our family time. Welcome to our family time. We're happy, give and take into the friends we're making. There's nothing we won't do. Welcome to our family time. Welcome to our happy time. This is our festival, you know it's festival. We're here to share it all. Remembering our time.
director of this cruise, in charge of all the entertainment, all the fun ye shall be having here on board. Right now, a special moment as we prepare to sound our ship's horn, saying goodbye to Port Canaveral and hello to your Disney cruise vacation. Captain Minnie, will you do us the honors, please?
Oh, I'd love to. Will you all help me count down?
Sure will. Happy to.
That was fun. Here we go. From 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
See you around.
Happy sailings.
See you real soon.
And remember, wishes do come true.
What do you think?
It was fun. I thought that they did the like streamer show. I missed that, but I love the horn.
Yeah, I think the presentation on the Wish is definitely one to take time, come out on the deck, roast your butt off like we are. It is a hot, hot day out here on the deck, but that show is definitely worth every minute. It gets you so excited for your upcoming Disney cruise, and we can't wait to share it all with you guys.
And now we're finally moving.
We are finally moving.
The wind is blowing. It feels better.
Yeah. Little known fact about me, I'm a big SpaceX nerd, and this rocket that's actually right here that we're passing at the moment just launched last night from Cape Canaveral. We actually watched it from the backyard of our house, so pretty cool, but it is now sitting here ready to get recycled and reused yet again. I think it's done. It's really loud at the front of the ship. You're at the front of the ship, super loud. Cover your ears.
All right, so we are hanging out at the pool a little bit. Paul's creeping in the background. Phil and Pauline, tell us what you thought about your swag that was in your room.
Yeah, it was cool. They gave us everything at once, it seems, so it was a lot at once. I'm excited about the corksicle. That was beautiful. And then the playing cards, I'm really excited about. My brother is really into the game, so I was excited to hear the person who created the game is going to be here, so I'm hoping to get a signed card for him.
Yeah, I really thought that the bag that they gave us everything in was cool, and there's a little slip in the room that explains why they did what they did. They give you everything at once, so you know exactly what you have to pack, outside of the mention of going to the other DVC kiosks every night to get additional gifts. So I think what they did was a really took a lot of pressure off of us. I like what they did, and I thought the gifts were really cool, especially that signed book. The National Geographic book, I forget what it is, but it's a Member Cruise exclusive somehow, not sure how.
Yeah.
But good stuff.
We're just crossing our fingers that at the desk they have the DVC slider. That's like the one thing we really want.
Sure.
We freshened up for the evening and are headed down the stairs right now to meet up with Phil and Pauline and kind of just see what kind of activities are going on around the ship before we head to dinner later tonight, which I felt like this stop, Amy doesn't even know, but this stop in the hallway kind of gives you a sneak peek as to where we might be headed to dinner later this evening. But
the ship is moving so much right now. I don't know what's going on.
And yet I'm perfectly holding this camera just fine. It's like I've been here for days.
That's what you think until you look back and it's...
Yeah. Put in the comments below whether or not this is going back and forth or whether or not I've just got a strong forearm and kept this shot steady the whole time. But we're gonna head down and meet up with them and see what we can get into this evening.
I've been looking for the Spirit jersey forever. We were on the Wish last September. Look how cute it is. They didn't have any in my size, so I'm so excited to finally find it.
Bill, what are you buying?
A Christmas tree ornament and some pins.
Cool.
Yeah.
No real DVC Member Cruise merch.
Nope.
No, yeah, so they had this one shirt that you had to pre-order, and it wasn't that great, so we didn't. And that was it. And they said they weren't going to have any other special merch, so that was kind of a letdown.
So we're about to sit down at dinner at Arendelle, but prior to that, Phil and I actually went to the Hooks Barbery and had some old fashions. And I've been here once before and done this. And this was a much better experience, but I'm going to let you talk about it.
Okay, cool. This won't be terrible at all.
No.
So we sat down, and the young lady that served us was actually super knowledgeable. She knows all about all different sorts of spirits, and they specialize in old fashions. So they have 3 different things you can do. You can do a standard, you can do a chocolate, or you can do a maple. I did the chocolate, and Paul did the maple, and we both had them smoked on apple wood. They're both delicious. The bourbon that we chose was Blanton's, just because it was in like a normal sane range price-wise.
What was the
first thing I asked about seemed like an unassuming bottle of Michter's, and they were like, "Oh yeah, $2,500 an ounce." I was like, probably not going to do that. We'll just go with the Blanton's. But they were both delicious, and the host couldn't have been more cordial. I believe she was from Jamaica.
Yep.
And she told stories about her village and her upbringing and all that stuff. So not only was it a really warm atmosphere, but it was warm service as well. And it's probably one of the better old fashions I've ever had. So if you're into that sort of thing and you enjoy bourbon, I would definitely check that out.
Yeah, we definitely had a great time. I've said this before, and I know Phil agrees with it. I think the only thing they could do with Hooks Barbery to make it a little bit better is have a little bit of deck space, make it a little bit bigger, have a little bit of deck space off the side, and actually have the ability to maybe step outside and smoke a cigar or something like that as well. But overall, much better experience than I had here when we were on the Wish a year ago. They served the old fashioned back then with a bunch of chipped ice, like I was buying a Coke from the store, and it just really watered down the effect of any good bourbon that might be added to that. So it really kind of deterred from it. They got that right this time, had a nice sphere of ice. Phil picked out a good bourbon for the drink, so all in all, a wonderful time at Hooks Barbery.
Pauline and I went to the Wishing Star Bar, and we had a drink called Princess Delight.
Yes.
And I don't remember what was in it, but it was like a smoothie. It was a mocktail, so there wasn't any alcohol in it. What'd you think, Pauline?
It was good. It was kind of like a Dole Whip and Pog Juice blended together. It was delicious. A tropical drink to start off our tropical sail.
Right. And then we went down to the shops, and we like to test out the perfumes to see if we like any to purchase. There are not as many as there were on the Dream.
No.
But we did find one good one. Yeah. We are at our first rotational dining, which is Arendelle, and a little hint, I called DCL and just asked if we could put in a request for our table to be close to the stage, and they were right here, right by the stage. It's amazing. So excited that our friends get to have this experience with us.
One cool aspect of the member cruise is that we do get these customized menus that we get to take with us. And on the inside, we did notice that there is one specialty dish, the beef a la Broadway, which is special to the Disney Vacation Club member cruise. So excited to maybe try that as part of our entrees tonight. Just finished up dinner at Arendelle. I would say if you're coming on the Disney Wish, this is like the night to not miss, no matter what. Like, of all the dining rotations, it is absolutely our favorite. What do you think tonight?
It was amazing. The entertainment is just top notch. The band, the everything, the characters, it was awesome. And our service staff is phenomenal this trip around.
Yeah. Phil?
I liked it quite a bit.
Yeah, I don't know if I can.
That's it? Short and sweet, that's how we like it.
Yeah, let's get out of the way of these people, and then I'll give you a proper review.
No, I like this one.
Under pressure, Phil?
Under pressure, Phil. Paul walking fast, just his nose in the shot.
Get the skills.
It's perfect.
Is there a cue, or you just want me to talk?
No, I really just like that for a couple minutes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Just a couple blank minutes of nothingness.
I like that. That's good.
So we found our way to Luna for some of the evening adult activities, but wanted to give a proper dinner review. Phil, what did you think of Arendelle?
So I really liked the restaurant. It's themed very well. Amy actually did something very thoughtful, which is
I don't even know what he is.
Okay, I have no idea where they found my sunglasses, but they were somewhere up in there.
They found him.
But this is, a charming work of art. I think it's going to be some kind of a charm. Let me open it real quick. Disney Vacation Club. It's from the Country Bear Jamboree. That's cute, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like a keychain. I guess it's just like a charm.
So these are the custom pieces of art that they were rumoring of giving us, but this is a lot smaller than I thought. I thought they were going to give us like...
Yeah, the ones in the one they're giving away to those who buy.
Yeah, it's like a
is an art
large
print.
piece of art print, so I don't know if these are like teasers and then they give us the larger print or if these are the actual prints. But they are all themed to various rides and things at Disney, so tonight was the Country Bear Jamboree. We've finally made it back to the room after a long first day of our first DVC Member Cruise. What was your favorite part of the day?
Oh, there were so many. It was just, I loved the sail away party. And I love just being on the ocean and just, I just love watching the boat sail out. But the best thing today by far was the show at dinner.
Yes.
It was amazing. We saw it before, but for some reason this time it was even, I don't know, it was even better. And what made it even better was that all the servers were really into it too.
Yeah.
And like during they did a whole parade thing. I don't remember that last time. And one of the servers had one of the food covers on their head, dancing around. They were waving their napkins around. When the fiddle player did Into the Unknown at the end, which I absolutely love when they do that. There were these servers that were pretending to play.
They were their own little band. And
it's hilarious.
They were playing the pepper grinder and all kinds of stuff. But
yeah, that show was awesome. Just the dinner, the food was good. It wasn't like knock your socks off, but the show just made that whole experience.
Yeah. We attempted twice to get Phil and Pauline's review, but it was interrupted twice by people, and then also the nightly adult entertainment that we went to. That's also always a highlight on these sailings. Make sure especially that you look up Match Your Mate on your cruise planner and find whatever night that they're doing that. Stay up late, go to it. It's definitely a hilarious time. You learn things about people that you probably never wanted to know, but just a wonderful time and a nice way to sort of end the evening here on the Disney Wish. But wonderful start to the cruise, and I'm excited for the rest of the week, and we'll bring you guys along with us. So that's going to do it for day one on the 2023 DVC Member Cruise, and we'll see you tomorrow.